What's up, everybody? This is your captain speaking. Welcome back to Pass and Play. Today I wanted to go a bit more in depth with one of the topics I went over in my top 7 wants for the Crisis crossover. Be sure to check that video out. Link for it will be in the description. Now, at the time of this recording, Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman from Batman the Animated Series, has just been announced to be playing an older version of Bruce Wayne for the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover later this fall. And while it's awesome that he's going to get to be a part of the crossover this year, he's definitely not the last person we're going to get back for the crossover. So without further ado, here are my 5 actors that I think should return for the Crisis crossover this fall. Coming in at number 5, the man who helped make Green Arrow more popular in the late 2000s, Justin Hartley. Hartley would be a welcomed addition to the Crisis crossover this fall. He got to play Oliver Queen in the popular DC TV show Smallville, and also played Arthur Curry in an Aquaman pilot that unfortunately didn't get picked up. His portrayal of the Emerald Archer helped make Green Arrow more known and more popular for people who weren't familiar with him. As of late, Hartley is doing very well as he's one of the main stars on NBC's This Is Us. And now, since he's a part of an ongoing popular show, the chances of him coming back for the crossover are very slim due to scheduling conflicts and whatnot. But it would be awesome to see him come back, whether he plays Green Arrow or not. Maybe even get a scene or two with Stephen Amell. Green Arrow to Green Arrow. At number 4, we have Tim Daly. Now, while Kevin Conroy killed it as Batman in the animated series from the 90s, he wasn't the only DC hero on the block at the time, as Superman had his own animated series going from about the mid-90s to the year 2000. Superman was voiced by actor Tim Daly, and considering we got Kevin Conroy back, it would be nice to get Daly back as well, as these men got to play the world's finest in the DC animated universe. Now, if Daly comes back, he might not play a version of Superman, considering we have Tyler Hoechlin playing a version of Superman and Brandon Routh playing a version of Superman. And yeah, having a live-action version of them playing the world's finest would probably make every fan from the 90s explode with joy and happiness. It would just be nice to have Daly and Conroy share a scene together, considering they were the 1-2 punch of the DC animated universe. Coming in at number 3, grabbing another DC Animated Universe alum, we got Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill has played multiple versions of the Trickster on the Flash TV show. However, if we're bringing Kevin Conroy back to play an old version of Batman, then it should be considered a crime if we don't get Mark Hamill back to play the Joker. And yeah, the Joker. Don't bring Mark Hamill back to play some other role or another version of the Trickster. He's coming back to play the Joker. Hamill and Conroy are the 2 most iconic actors to get to play the roles of Joker and Batman, whether it be in the DCAU or in the Arkham video games. Origins. So as cool as it is to have Conroy come back playing an old Bruce, it would be a billion times cooler if we see Conroy come back and he has some sort of conflict with Mark Hamill's Joker. And let's face it, Mark Hamill definitely has the best Joker laugh out of anyone to ever play him. Taking the number 2 spot is Linda Carter. Now, the last time we saw Carter was in the Arrowverse, where she was playing the President on Supergirl. However, now it stands to reason that we're going to get a Kingdom Come version of Superman, played by Brandon Routh, that we might get other Kingdom Come heroes to join the Crisis fight as well. With Linda Carter having played Wonder Woman from the 70s show, she would be an awesome addition to the Crisis roster as the Kingdom Come version of Wonder Woman. Now, what exactly is her role going to be? I don't know. I envision something of her being the queen of Themyscira. She's protecting her home from invaders, and she's waiting for when the Amazons are going to have to fight for the world again. Only for the Monitor to show up and say, yeah, instead of the world, I need you to help me fight for the multiverse. Or maybe if she comes back, she won't be Wonder Woman at all. But whatever the case may be, getting Linda Carter back for the crossover would be phenomenal in my opinion. Taking the number 1 spot, capping off this list, is Tom Welling. Now let's not be surprised, like we didn't know it was Tom Welling. Everybody wants him to come back. And ever since Arrow began and the Flash started introducing the multiverse back in season 2, all bets were off on what was canon, what wasn't canon, and all things that were possible. And the thing that fans wanted for so long was for Tom Welling to come back and play Superman one last time. And for years we didn't get it. But with Crisis on the way, and the biggest crossover and gathering of DC alum in history, we might finally get Welling to don the cape and the yes one last time. And just like with Mark Hamill, if you're going to bring Welling back, he needs to be playing a version of Superman. And can you just imagine it? We got Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, Brandon Routh's Superman, Tom Welling's Superman versus the Anti-Monitor. Man, I'm excited just thinking about it. Tom Welling caps off this list at number 1. Now I know there are tons and tons and tons of DC TV, DCAU, and other DC related property actors and people that I didn't even mention that I would love to see in the crossover this year. People like Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville, Phil Lamar from the DCAU, Laura Vanderbilt from Smallville. Heck, maybe even throw in some of the Gotham people. That show just ended, so throw those guys in here. I just thought of the first 5 people off the top of my head that I personally would love to see. But a better question now is, who do you want to see? Comment below. Let's talk about it. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, God bless. Peace out.